is imminent. We should build stronger defenses around our base.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction. Jump successful. Environmental scanning in progress.
The natural background radiation in this area is very high. It would kill most living organisms from Earth.
My standard radiation shielding can withstand these levels of exposure without any damage. However, if the background radiation is so high in this area, then we can expect much more intense sources of gamma particles. These could pose a serious threat.
The protective atmosphere is also very thin in this area. UV radiation from the sun could pose a real threat. No wonder this area looks like a desert. We'll have to improve environmental shielding on our structures before setting up a larger outpost in this area.
Ashley, we should gather more data about this area. We can later use the readings from my sensors to develop improved radiation and UV shielding for both my armor and our structures.
Okay, let's try to scout as much area as possible to feed your sensors with enough data.
developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. Place this structure on quicksand. It is going to slowly sink into the sand. We should research extra stable floor tiles so we can place them over quicksand to prevent sinking. These green crystals are emitting a lot of gamma radiation. Try not to stand too close to them or they will damage my armor. Ashley, I'm detecting a new species of creatures that have very unusual movement characteristics.
That sounds very interesting. The creatures in this biome are unlike anything that we've seen before. Let's go to a suggested location and try to learn more about it. Activity is at an extreme today. It might be dangerous.
The sun is burning us and our structures. It's dangerous, but this activity should not last very long.
Are indicating large quantities of tanzanite within the cacti specimen.
We can use tanzanite as a catalyst for production of high-energy weaponry and equipment. It would be great if we could gather large quantities of this mineral to create something useful.
A broader arsenal of weaponry could undoubtedly help us survive against all these new hostile species. Let's start researching tanzanite handling.
Technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction. Crafting completed. Environmental scanning completed. We've gathered enough data to start developing advanced UV shielding and radiation shielding in the alien laboratory.
Mr. Riggs, I think that we can use the natural background radiation data that we've just gathered to filter out the naturally occurring radiation within the desert dome. We can use the orbital scanner to search for even higher condensations of radiation to pinpoint a possible location for extracting nuclear fuel necessary to finish constructing the rift station.
Affirmative, Ashley. We should have some results available shortly. Orbital scanning completed. Ashley, we've detected a new area within the desert biome that can potentially contain higher condensations of radioactive elements. I have marked its location on the orbital scanner interface.
Excellent. We should go there as soon as possible. It would also be good to have the radiation shielding research finished before going on that mission. Fascinating. Look at this creature. It has a very dense and thick carapace, yet it moves very swiftly over sand. We should study this species further.
I can sense a few of these creatures in this area, but this won't be enough to gather samples for research.
Let's pass this creature's characteristics to the orbital scanner and look for a location where we can find more of them.
Affirmative, Ashley. We should have some results available shortly. Orbital scanning completed. We found a location that looks like a breeding ground for the Screveros species. We can go there to study it further. Technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. The atmosphere is clearing up. Base operation is returning back to normal. Research completed. Crafting completed.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction. Technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. Technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting.
Technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting. Is tracking a meteor swarm. Its flight trajectory ends very close to our location. Prepare for bombardment.
It's good to be back at HQ. I feel much safer here.
Ashley, remember that we can travel between planetary locations using the orbital scanner interface whenever you are ready. You can also check our list of warning. Seismic anomaly detected.
I feel the ground moving below us. It's not a typical earthquake.
Warning! Energy blast incoming!
What is going on? Where did that light come from?
The light flash resulted from a sudden energy eruption, and the earlier seismic anomaly must have been caused by an enormous object moving deep underground.
Did the earthquake cause the flash? That's quite unusual. Mr. Riggs, can you locate the source of the energy emission?
Affirmative, Ashley. I have marked its approximate location on your map. It is very close. Please maintain caution when visiting that site.
Many of the more advanced buildings require a lot of cobalt to be built or upgraded. There's not enough of this resource in this area to cover our needs. Mr. Riggs, can you calibrate the planetary scanner to search for more cobalt?
Affirmative, Ashley. I'm starting the scanning procedure right now.
A small piece of comet has entered the atmosphere very close to our position. It looks like it's coming our way.
Orbital scanning completed. We have found a new planetary location that is rich in cobalt deposits and would be perfect for establishing a new cobalt mining outpost.
Excellent. It's even located within the tropical zone, so it should be more hospitable than the other areas of the planet that we visited. Let's go there as soon as possible.
The comet has hit the ground. Ashley, let's go investigate that area. Crafting completed. Crafting completed. Detected an unusually large creature roaming the nearby area.
Sounds like an interesting research specimen. We should go to its location and see what we can learn.
This creature is extremely hostile. It can be dangerous to our base.
Kill it before it kills us. We'll finish researching it in the lab.
Technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
New buildings are available for construction. Threat neutralized.
I wonder what made it so aggressive. Maybe we can learn something important after researching it in a lab.
storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities. Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.